once again in 2023 as the defending champions from Katowice. Challenger Katowice, of course. Can they do it again and get through to those playoffs?
Man, it's such a tough draw for them as well. There was a more likely chance they should have been playing against MIBR once again here in this match to get through to the semis, but because VP slipped up against MIBR, it means GamerLegion have to do it in an even more difficult pathway either way. It's Vertigo live right now. GamerLegion CT side start for them. VPT side, that's by choice, by the way.
Indeed.
They had the choice.
They love that aggression on that A-ramp position with their stars. I've seen so many insane games from VP on this map. That trio just looking so damn good.
All right, well, here we go. Snax in position, has a number of unwanted visitors on his doorstep. Maybe he wants them. Maybe he wants to welcome them forward, rolling out the red carpet. He will connect on one. How has Snax done so much damage? That's around 200, 300 damage now, all by himself. isak will rotate through to support him. Snax holds his ground, and Virtus.pro, well, they're just left now without a rudder.
Snax, we've seen some ridiculous stuff with him on the USP over the years, and those are some two very tasty taps, and make that a third as he runs down Fame. VP left wounded and whittled down.
Fourth for Snax. I'd love if we could get the graphic to see exactly how much damage Snax has inflicted here in the round. I know isak landed a body shot here or there, but Snax has inflicted the lion's share.
Come on, Snax, get a USP ace. Take us back. Superb round from him, single-handedly shutting down his former organization. Mir has a smoke. If he can try and get a bomb plant, that would be insane. And that's a running headshot on Acor. Surely they deny this plant. They will. It's Volt to deny it, so no ace for Snax, but a brilliant start.
The fact that he was by himself in towards middle and he was able to inflict so much damage is just massively impressive. I don't know how none of these Virtus.pro players actually hit the shot. I mean, Snax was, maybe he's like a cat or something like that. He's got all the lives in the world. And he makes good of it as well. Great frags coming through from him. Business as usual.
The ability to bat the M4 as well. And there's your graphic, Hayes.
Thank you, production.
356 damage.
That's 4 kills.
That's 356 ADR.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Trav. If he could keep that up, that would certainly be one for the record books. But I have a sneaky suspicion that won't be the case.
What kind of sneaky suspicion? What kind of boring sneaky suspicion is that?
I know, hot take, right?
Crazy.
Just trying to warm up the studio right now here in Stockholm. Pretty cold.
Pretty cold outside.
True.
That's for sure. Volt is about to see a lot of pistols coming his way. Thankfully, he's got Snax to play off the back of him and a second player toward Gap as well to cover. Oh, actually he only gets the one though, so it's a little bit spooky. And Acor has a bit of an awkward peek there, aiming down. Down in CS, always been the case, and Jane will actually tap down Snax with the P250. This is incredibly expensive for GamerLegion. Of course, they'll win it out, and they'll recover that second M4, but VP won't be unhappy with that.
Yeah, absolutely not. GamerLegion were always going to win the round, and the fact that VP walk away with 3 kills means there's no bonus round now for GamerLegion. How many M4s are they able to manage? I think they should have 4... No, they'll actually have 5 M4s. They're just about distributing the rifles, figuring out how they're going to set up. Acor actually opts for an MP9. Could have gone for the rifle, but just saving a bit of money so he can get the AWP down the line. Great opportunity for Virtus.pro though. If they win this round, they break that GamerLegion economy off the bat and they can really start to sink their teeth into this T side. But look at the play from middle right, Joel, from GamerLegion through middle, should I say.
I really love this. This is really unusual. It's actually kind of unusual for VP not to have a T-spawn defaulter as well, to be honest. But maybe they've done their homework on them. Maybe they see what they like to do on the first gun round and see there isn't someone behind that generator watching for mid. So they're going to have a very fast flank here.
Problem is, only really matters if you're able to catch Virtus.pro off guard. If Virtus.pro activate right now and executes into this A bomb site, I think they're still in a great position. They will have somebody watching the flank eventually, and it might kind of negate all that ground and space taken by GamerLegion.
Yeah, finally a left side smoke comes in, so they're going to get the bomb planted. They're going to get planted in the open, though, on that little cubby next to double stack, and that means Fame goes down for free. Not planted safe on default. They will finally get it down, but 4v5. So much damage being put into practice from the... Oh, but not from the flank. Hang on a second. Jay managed to deal with Acor. That's a big frag to take. isak gets one more. Norbert on sandbags. 4 players in front of VP. So much spam damage done to Vault. 9 HP to spare. When does Norbert go for the swing? The answer is now. Mir might have got taken down in the meantime, but Norbert is so important in these situations. He finds another 2 in this 2v2. He's now the last one alive, and he still finds another. It's 16 HP versus 9. Vault finally gets it. He's the one with the defuse kit, and I think they're going to be okay.
Yeah, third defuse in the series within about a second left on that bomb. But GamerLegion don't care how they get it done. I thought that was going to be GamerLegion's round every day of the week. They had all the utility, numerical advantage, wasn't much health for the Virtus.pro players either. So the fact that VP get it down to that 1v1 is actually really impressive. Norbert's heroics in vain though, as GamerLegion continue their clean start to the map.
Oh, Norby trying his best once again. Honestly, he's so good in tough scenarios. I feel like put him in any corner, and like especially that one on sandbags when they're going for that retake, he always gets you 2. That time, somehow, he got VP3. Don't ask me how. Jame already up toward Gap next to the little ramp though, but that's going to tick him, and that's a big sound cue for GamerLegion. They'll now realise there's a player up close, but Akoi, he's still jump spotting. There's a player on sandbags. This is risky. Surely he goes down. Oh, okay. The only respite is a team kill from Fame.
Yeah, Flit was brought down very low. The leg shot there from Akor does actually result in the kill. So at least there's something to take away from that skirmish for GamerLegion.
That's a meaty one.
Really important round here for VP.
Another
If
one.
they lose this round here,
Oh, another meaty one.
they're going to be in a spot to bother.
These nades are ridiculous, and with the spams that you can do with these silenced M4s, of course, no traces through those smokes, it might give them a chance to finish off both Jame and Fame here. Bomb plot we attempted, in comes a flash. GamerLegion playing proactive, and Kios almost gets a double. Thankfully, isak will take Norbert at least. 2v2, but it's the 2 players that were so tagged up by those nades.
Yeah, not looking good. It's going to be very tough for Fame and Jame to navigate their way through the situation. Diffuse tapped in the smoke. VP kind of have to gamble that it's a fake right now. They don't have the health to go for the swing. Snax is going to be the one to try and cover his teammate. Again, it's another fake. Jame looking to try and call the bluff. Eventually, isak will be able to step out and finish off the job.
Wow, GamerLegion are the king of the close defuses so far today. That's another one to add to the tally, and another one with just 1 player alive. Their money is not being given a respite, and obviously VP will still be buying off the back of this. Plenty of money, maybe not on Mir, but you can get an AK dropped over to him and be absolutely fine. Damn, I can't believe GamerLegion have still got a clean sheet intact.
Yeah, I mean, these rounds have been very close, but the scoreline doesn't necessarily reflect that. At least Virtus.pro can continue to afford to buy here. Max round loss bonus behind them. Bomb plants in these rounds that they're losing as well. And we have seen VP just maintain their composure in these sorts of situations. It takes a lot to break them and shake them. And it's going to be a change up in approach coming through from Virtus.pro as well. They've been hammering home on that A-bomb site. This time, a bit more of a default-esque approach.
He's insistent on fighting for ramp, which we've seen so successful for the likes of Wicadia and Woxic earlier today. So impactful, of course, to fight for that at every given moment. But VP are changing things up a little bit faster in toward B, and it's going to completely catch isak off guard. Is this the way into a round finally, or do we have another ridiculous close defuse on our hands? Kios will get one back. He's going to go aggressive. Oh, but Norbert again. How many double kills has he got in this tournament that are just so important for VP?
Yeah, he's dealing in multi-kills right now as Mr. Norbert. 7 frags on the map so far.
Oh my goodness.
And money is bleak right now for GamerLegion, to put it lightly, because they've been losing so many players in these rounds that they're winning. So one could quickly compound into multiple rounds here for Virtus.pro.
People questioned the decision of VP to switch between Norbert and Kicker so much. People questioned bringing Norbert back after what had gone before.
Yeah, Chiron as well.
Chiron was also a big question mark, which immediately got turned into an exclamation mark and then shown the door. But how Norbert has performed on this team is absolutely insane. He may go down to the bomb, but he's done his job in that round for sure, as he so often does.
Yeah, GamerLegion's certainly going to be forcing around these 2 rifles that they've carried through here. This is Fame on the entry, the tip of the spear, great position and activating off the back of the utility, and there was Norbert who really hammered home in the round.
That's the face of a man who realizes the round is over, I'm afraid. Norby's got you again.
Yeah, not for the first time, and certainly not for the last.
No, absolutely.
I liked it when Tekkel asked Norbert when he was running off stage, she asked, "Are you happy?" And he said, "Not yet, because the game isn't over."
That's a sign of a winner.
Yeah, exactly, man. Eyes firmly focused on the prize. Not content with just winning the map, he wants the whole kid caboodle.
It's a good amount of comms from James saying, look, guys, we've put so much pressure on their economy. Surely it's time to put the hammer down and put our foot down. And to be fair to GamerLegion, they've also put their foot down on their bank account. It's exploded into 2 M4s, 2 5.7s, and a Deagle.
They have kept some residual cash on a few players here, though. Maybe just looking forward to that AWP further on in the half. Oh, man, they're just taking contact. They're just walking forward right now, and as they deploy the utility, they burst all over that B bomb site. isak desperately falling back, but Flit's already activated in middle. And at this point, Volt and Snax head for the hills.
Tale as old as time on Vertigo. Mid-split, mid-lurk, catching either an A or a B player.
Actually makes a lot of sense here, Trav, that both Volt and Snax have saved as much money as they have. Now they carry their guns through, and what normally would have turned into a force buy into an eco into a gun round, they now have an eco into a gun round because both Snax and Volt can drop weapons in this next round here. And then we're actually going to have a full arsenal of weaponry. So I really like the investment decision coming through from GamerLegion in this round.
Honestly, yeah, really good point. Really good point. Sometimes those sort of factors are kind of overlooked in terms of maybe weird purchases that aren't necessary, but this one has a thought process to it.
Yeah, and it makes sense why they then stack up on that A bomb site, because then if Virtus.pro go A, they have the rifles on the right side of the map. If Virtus.pro go B, they can just save those guns. Kia's even able to recover an AK as well, so that's only going to further their cause coming into this next round. Almost giving Virtus.pro a taste of their own medicine. We saw Drop in the interview for MIBR yesterday say, you just don't get to play any anti-ecos against VP because they manage their economy so damn well. And you know what? I'm slightly off the mark there, Trav, because they're not going to go all in here in this round.
Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting call. You're right. They are playing very cautious with their money. And honestly, I don't dislike that choice either because, of course, they've had this ridiculous 4-round lead, which probably won't be repeated if they were to play out the rounds again, to be honest. Some of those were unrepeatable.
Yeah.
Like we saw at the end of Ancient. Let's got the line up for the left and right click grenade to break open the smoke as it fades. Hopefully for VP, in their case, they won't be going into this boost.
Well, it looks like they are going to be. It's just about whether they consider it or not. And Flit, he's just edging his way forward. Oh no, Snax, he can't actually stay on top of the stack there. The totem pole disassembled, and that's information for VP as well as to kind of how many players might be leaning in towards the side of the map.
Shoulder peeks from Snax, trying to go back and forth. And pop a right-click smoke down as soon as he feels under pressure. That's exactly what he'll do, but of course there's still 50 seconds in the round left to go. The only thing that GamerLegion have left is a solitary flash on Kios. What can they do with it? A reboost could work out though. Volt, you see his head, my friend, and he gets it as soon as his weapon will be accurate once again.
Yeah, going back for a second bite at the apple there will net them the opening kill. Virtus.pro starting to run out of time here. They're going to have to force the issue into the safe bomb site. This is where GamerLegion are stacked up right now. Can they make a mark on the defense is the question. They will find a couple kills, but not nearly enough to stifle Virtus.pro's attack.
Norbert with a triple. Kios in a clutch. Definitely going for it. They're buying next round anyway. Got sandbags, but it'll get deleted by Flit. Flit peak, CS2 peak, out of the round.
Yeah, Flit peak could become a thing, man. With the way he's been playing CS2.
Hello, crowd. We've got a little bit of a crowd in on a Saturday.
Yeah, good to see the crowd starting to fill out a little bit here. Some good Counter-Strike on display as well. Still got another matchup to come through after this as well to keep everybody entertained. It is going to be Nouns versus Eternal Fire, a rematch of yesterday's best of one. Eternal Fire going to be coming into that one hungry. Hungry for revenge.
Hungry like dragon.
Hungry like Acorn. He'll be somewhat satisfied as he does find an opening kill with that AWP, taking down the kingpin of Norbert.
Tough position for Kios. One of the most annoying positions to have to play. But Snax will be annoyed to give up that kill toward Flit, and Flit's just done it again. What did I say about him taking a ramp on this map? It's honestly, it is comparable to the likes of Xantares and Wicadia, who we saw earlier. Flit can just delete people in an instant on this map. It's where an aim star shines. And he's turned around on its head immediately off the back of that opening pick for Acor.
And it's only Acor on the side of the map. Okay, the bomb carrier nearly goes slightly too deep there. James will activate the C4. Acor caught a glimpse of him. James shows a little bit of ankle, enough to keep Acor interested, but he'll have to head for the hills and save up with the rest of his team. So that's Virtus.pro now. They lost the first 4 rounds of the map, but they've answered back with 4 of their own.
Yeah, I've seen some insane rounds turn back round the other way thanks to that wallbang through default, tagged James to 44. I think Naf was a famous one that maybe he did a long while ago.
I feel like it's actually not exploited nearly enough.
Yeah, I think that's probably what Anders would say. He loves his wallbangs. You can wallbang default on overpass, guys. Do it.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that's one of the ones that he used to put forth.
Oh, we are going to be looking to try and deny them saving their guns here. He has lost a teammate to the bomb explosion, so he's not going to overcommit. But that is 4 rounds in a row, and very, or largely thanks to Flit's effort there on the double.
Ray got that opening pick, but we're going to see Flit now. Nice brown to Snax, and looks for the immediate trade. You just can't react to that if you're Volt. You just cannot. There's nothing you can do when someone swings you from that sort of angle. Just past the yellow tarp.
Yeah, Volt hasn't really pitched up in the series like we've seen out of him yesterday. Had a really good day yesterday.
He wanted it, but not to be so far in this one.
Show's not over yet though, Trav.
It's not. It's not. Still a relatively close second map. GamerLegion just need to find a couple more on CT and they'll probably be pretty content with the first half, knowing that VP do love their T-side Vertigo. Of course, as you rightly said, Nouns and Eternal Fire will be coming up after this, a little bit later this afternoon. Be Bardos and Walker to bring you that one. Acor, sightline down gap, looking for something. But right now, the smoke shows nothing. Kios, shoulder peeking from elevator. Maybe he wants to go to be the one to finally do the wide swinging. He's not given the opportunity with all this utility.
Oh, Snax. First fight does not go his way. Norbert continues to add to his tally, up to 11 kills already. Leading the server by some distance. The second closest player is Snax, who he's just taken down on 8 kills. And GamerLegion, should they lose this round, the lead goes along with it. I guess scoreline leveled up, but they had a comfortable lead at one point. Flit will be finished off there by Volt, who's been able to take some deep control, but the problem is on the opposite side of the map right now. Kios has a job to do.
Oh, just peeking at random timing, but oh, it couldn't be worse as the player strafes to the right. He goes back to the left and completely pushes off his aim.
Yeah.
He'll get traded, and now Volt 1v3. Quick flank, has a kit, doable if he gets the first kill, and there it is. Norbert is low, and of course, James is stuck behind the mid-sight box as well. Volt's making a lot of noise, so James will know what's up, but a shadow is very obvious. Can he isolate the second duel? Oh, James just picks him on the timing. That'll piss you off, won't it?
Yeah, absolutely, but James just timed it so well, and he knows he's got his teammate covering his cross, so he doesn't have to step out there. He doesn't have to try force the fight. Times his peak to perfection, that internal clock on point.
Oh, I don't think that duel went Snax's way in mid either. Flit wins another one, of course, on ramp, as you can see, but Snax's body just showing a little bit over the smoke before I think he probably saw Norbert. And Norbert took advantage of it.
Yeah, Kios's aim also looking pretty rough there in that situation. Either way, 5-4 VP with the lead here for the first time on the map, 5 rounds in a row. GamerLegion need to find a way back into this, and it looks like the answer is aggression towards ramp.
There we go. Nice thing to put into practice, which we've seen so much today already. An opening pick once again goes Acor's way. Snax is pretty deep. Oh, he can't get his one. And unfortunately, that leaves Acor exposed. Again, it's fallen apart for GamerLegion. They just can't get 2 for 1s.
Yeah, they've had a number of opening kills so far here, but they just haven't been able to convert as many as they've needed to. 3 versus 4, certainly not going to be counting them out of the round just yet, but it's going to require a heroic effort here to get them back into the round. multiple avenues of entry in towards the A bomb site as well. Jame in towards middle, couple players in towards gap right now. And it's going to be GamerLegion who look to try and make a move. They look to try and force the issue onto their opponents, but again, they come off second best.
Kios only had a few bullets left because he was spamming through the top. Try and finish off Jame. Couldn't make it happen. isak at least gets a freebie, and he'll be given another chance in this clutch. And phase the smoke perhaps. He has a smoke himself, but no kit. Norbert on the close left. That's an annoying angle to have to clear, especially where Fame is playing from, and Fame will just delete him instantly. VP at least confirm a tie on the half.
In these past 6 rounds that Virtus.pro have won, GamerLegion have had the opening pick in 3 of them.
That's impressive. But not for GamerLegion.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, certainly not. I mean, you need to be, that's 50% of the rounds. We know that, you know, kind of I'd say the benchmark is you need to be winning at least 75 to 80% of the rounds in which you're getting that opening pick. So 50% is, yeah, way off that mark, obviously.
The buy for GamerLegion before the end of this first half, the final round of this first half. Coming after this one is 4 MP9s and a Deagle.
Yeah.
Trying to get that high movement speed and that AD into play. They are preparing for something, and actually Volt's done really well to get one while maybe he wasn't expecting that play to come through. Great nade as well. Their nades have been pretty on point so far, GamerLegion, but VP always seem to find a way to win these rounds, even on low HP. Jame 58, Norbert 46. Mir will be the one to take point and deal with Kios. Snax playing with the smoke. What can he do? Something cheeky perhaps. Gun barrel spotted, but nope. James spots him first.
So many fringe moments in this round here for GamerLegion where things could really work out well for them, but Virtus.pro just able to eke out the kill and then get themselves the advantage. A 7th consecutive round about to be claimed now by Virtus.pro. And I said it, man. I said after they lost the first 4 rounds that they're a team who just maintain their composure. It takes so much to shake them and get them uncomfortable. And they were narrow rounds they were losing out as well, so they knew just an extra percentile or 2 would be enough to get them across the line in those rounds and get them into winning ways.
VP may have been VP'd yesterday by MIBR.
Yeah.
Ridiculously long overtime. 25-22. However, they seem back to where they should be today. GamerLegion, of course, maybe a team not at full strength in terms of how they're feeling, but they're both feeling a little bit better today. I like this from Acor. Why not? Oh, he gets 2 from it. Fair play.
Problem is, it's the last round of the half coming up, so it's more just a couple of kills for the highlight reel than
it is the
anything else,
highlight
but
reel.
the intention is there.
The intention is there. If that was middle of the half, denying money for the T side,
Then we're cooking.
then we're cooking. It's the right thing to do. They're buying this one anyway. You may as well throw your Deagle in.
Virtus.pro have been so good towards ramp throughout the entirety of this T side. They've just found a winning formula. Norbert's like, what? What's
Norbert,
going on?
what just happened to Fame? Where's
Yeah.
he gone, my brother?
Well, he met him in the afterlife swiftly afterwards.
He did. He did.
This is such an important round for GamerLegion, Trav. If they go from leading 4-0 to ending the half 4-8, that would be a disaster.
11-4 and 10-5 used to feel a lot in MR15. 7-5 and 8-4. Even though it may not be as significant, it does feel like a big difference between the two, even if it's only 1 round either way. Snax dropping his USP to go for a swing. Never change.
Yeah, Fame spotted out the player deep and he immediately started to communicate that through. He didn't try and swing to force the fight. They know GamerLegion has this deep control. They now know it's a second smoke that's come through as well. VP happy to just play the time here. Let GamerLegion have their fun and then start to make their moves. I'm very curious to see how Virtus.pro are going to respond in this situation. It looks like it's going to be more of the same, just keeping their focus on that A bomb site, but may just be a ruse. As that smoke starts to fade, Virtus.pro are going to reclaim the control.
Got a nice little setup here, though. isak can throw down the incendiary whenever he feels like it's necessary, and Snax boosts up on the plywood. Oh, isak not getting one is huge, but a big nade. Oh, my goodness. Mir gets away from it all. Norbert takes the brunt of it, and look at Flit again. He's just abusing this A site. What's the timing like for Volt? He hears the rotations coming in. He's playing with his food here, Flit. Surely he gets the kill. Actually, only one. The parlor thing didn't work out as well as I thought it would do for him. And Volt will push forward, finds one dancing around the smoke. 3v2. He's going back in for more. He's lost his gun. That's what he needs. He's going in for the knife instead. Why not? When you haven't got your gun, go for your sidearm. And in the end, he'll close out the half for GamerLegion. 7-5, it's something. How more can they do? We'll find out after the break.
Is this a dream or real life? A fantasy is what this feels like. 10 toes down for my baby. This life be driving me crazy. Your friends talk down, it don't faze me. Leaving you alone, well that ain't me. Driving down the boulevard, I see you. Looking, thinking, could it be you? Shopping sprees all on my car. If you let me, I will give it all to you. Driving down the boulevard, I see you. Looking, thinking, could it be you? Shopping sprees all on my car. If you let me, I will give it all to you.
Always thought I could walk the fire, blow up the storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could ride on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again, over and over again. Suddenly, the heart and chest feels heavy. The calm is just a memory. It's failing me, and I know I could never surrender. My beating heart, it won't give up. As long as I am here, I'll never stop. They say I can't, I say so what? Just watch me.
Second half of Vertigo is upon us. It could be the last half of GamerLegion's campaign here in ESL Challenger Jönköping. If they aren't able to recover on their T side of Vertigo, Trav, do they have it in them?
I hope so, because I want more of today for us, of course. And I want more of GamerLegion, because at least they've managed to fight really well today. They've won some ridiculously close rounds. But how long can they really keep that up? And on T side, we'll have to see if they can do so. VP on CT odds, definitely not favouring GamerLegion despite it being a 7-5. Doesn't surprise me. Kios will be the first to take point in mid, rushing very quickly. Norbert's just going to let them go. They know exactly what the ruse is. They're actually going through the Heaven connector there and through Elevator. Norbert and Mia doing so much damage. GamerLegion are just walking into the Shredder, and that's not a Shredder you want to be?
I don't know what shredder you do want to be in, but either way, it's only isak left remaining. 1 versus 5 for him. Will he even draw blood? Yes. Nice headshot there on Mia, but that's the first of many steps that need to be taken to recover this pistol round. This would be the clutch of the event by some distance. Surely just unfathomable.
Unfathomable. isak has the bomb on his back. That is the thinnest of silver linings. All he wants is an opportunity to plant it, perhaps, and a pick somewhere to open out an avenue. Plant would be pretty impactful for GamerLegion to get that buy at least in that next round. Norbert, of course, very low, dink down, but still managed to get his 1 kill. isak trying to clear every single given angle in front of him. I'm afraid it might be too far. Got a player on stairs waiting for him to go for this plant. If he leaps behind the angle and plants behind the box, there's a possibility to get this bomb down. He's convinced there's someone to face, and right now, VP are quite literally giving him zilch.
Yeah, but if he could find a plant, that would still be a lot more than he should get from the situation, but it's not going to happen. He's caught with the bomb out, and that is going to be the pistol round going the way of Virtus.pro. Now, that is a problematic start to the second half here for GamerLegion. Statistically speaking, a far superior CT side on Vertigo. 62% win rate on their CT side, and only a 42% win rate on their T side. The problem is, what compounds their issues even more is Virtus.pro favor the CT side of Vertigo, so everything is stacking up against this GamerLegion team.
Yeah, that VP shredder, hot.
Yeah.
Maybe it is a shredder that they will like, at least.
I mean, that's true. I get you there. Now you're onto something, man.
Oh, dear.
Snax has been dropped a hero AK here. Kiel says, mate, let me see what you can do.
Come on, Snax. Get baited in, hit some tasty headshots, do some damage to
Ouch.
VP. Fortunately, it's only GamerLegion taking damage. That Jame HE take A-Core from a healthy 100 to a lowly 17. Surely he'll get finished off very soon. 3 players here, though. Have to be careful, do VP, but Mia is eating them all up. Helped out by Flick, helped out by Norbert. I think that might tell the tale for how aggressive they might play ramp for the rest of this half, to be honest.
And now you've got an AK on Flit as well, by the way.
Our boy.
Yeah. That hero AK could come back to bite them. We'll see what's going to happen here. Virtus.pro are just 4 rounds away from locking themselves a spot into the semi-final and sending GamerLegion packing.
Yeah, Snax happy to take that AK on the previous round, say, okay, listen, I'll drop it to you back in the gun round
That's
and just
fair.
take a Tech 9 Kevlar this one. I mean, fair enough. Snax to be able to do some ridiculous stuff with the Tech 9. I think maybe those times have gone. VP looking to try and fight for it again. Still got James MP9, of course. No AWP up yet. Still got a big bank. More that in the following round, whatever happens.
Virtus.pro now going to receive some contact in towards ramp as GamerLegion turn the burners on and they assume control. They have successfully forced the CT side backwards. Didn't have much utility coming into the round, but they still have some utility at their disposal.
It's all on 2 players, though. That's the problem. If either A-Core or Kiosk get picked off somewhere on the map, that's a big portion of it lost.
Yeah, true. Does look like they're going to keep things simple. 4 of the 5 players grouped up.
That's the thing with being able to drop utility, of course, over to teammates these days. Usually you will see it shared a lot more, so you don't just die and drop either your previously selected or most expensive grenade.
Yeah.
Both can happen.
In the same breath, though, you know you've got players who want to set up for the exec and players who want to push forward, so you can't spread it too much, right? There we go, smoke dropped across to Snax. Flit is able to get into the sandbags. Do they molly this position out? Surely, right? They've got 2 mollies to work with.
Yeah, Flit has a smoke, though, so he can just deny and waste a lot of pressure. Waste a lot of time. They're not even checking him. Oh, a double. He'll take that, considering isak was in the process of shooting him. Jame will find isak on that trade in the end. 4v2 for VP. Jame going unchecked still, even though they're trying to entry onto the site, and it's just so easy for VP. Even with their lower buy, it's looking inevitable now for GamerLegion.
Nothing even particularly special there, though, from Virtus.pro. Just holding some good positions. You know, Flit that goes unchecked, and he punishes them massively with the double kill on the spray down. They had the mollies to work with. They opt against clearing it out. They pay the price.
Yeah, just so isak didn't have his gun drawn because he didn't expect there to be someone's sandbags. I mean, why would they? They still had two of their teammates running past the position. So isak did not have his AK out at the time. Annoying.
Man, GamerLegion were leading 4-0, Trav.
We've seen a very common pattern of that in this whole event, haven't we?
True.
Maybe the lesser team getting off to a good start, not being able to sustain.
It's part of LAN Counter-Strike, though. It's not like a strong start just gets you across the line like it does in online CS a bit more frequently, where you're able to just kind of snowball out of control. To keep up that tempo on LAN is a lot more challenging. We do see some pistols being invested into here by GamerLegion. This time they will clear Phillips out of sandbags, not before he can get a kill. And these pistols have been massively tenderized. Like a good steak.
Tenderized pistols. Not sure that's going to be on my dinner menu.
Well, it seems like GamerLegion are on the menu tonight, boys.
Unfortunately so for them. 11-5 VP, 2 away from the playoffs. And another playoff appearance in ESL Challenger.
What a day. I mean, Eternal Fire kind of sped run their series with Tai Lu, and Virtus.pro doing something similar here against GamerLegion. GamerLegion have only won 12 rounds in the series so far. Trav, 12 compared to the 24 mustered up by Virtus.pro.
All the teams and players saw how long yesterday was after the MIBR VP game. Was like, okay, let's just get us back on schedule slightly. Let's give the talent some extra sleep.
Yeah, Alan sympathizes, I think.
Alan sympathizes, indeed.
All right, well,
Working
isak,
hard.
That's a good opening kill.
Something to work with. isak will take that one. James already low HP from his earlier gambit as well. Flit. Trying to get through that smoke with a little bit more damage. Nade or breaking the smoke, and he actually gets a lot of information from that. It's not just for getting kills, of course. It's the intel of maybe how many players could be there for a split second to know perhaps what GamerLegion are planning. But in comes Kios, and this is something that VP actually aren't expecting, surprisingly. It's a little bit whiffy from Kios. He gets away with it. Do they expect a second on B, though? That is the question, and, well, they won't. But now they'll know about it.
Not again. Not again, please.
No.
I'm going to get PTSD if this ends up getting unchecked and Jane punishes them massively. They have to even just consider it, right? They have to keep in mind it could be a factor.
No.
And Jame needs more than one. That's why he's got the trigger discipline, but he doesn't have the transfer. I appreciate the way that Jame approaches that, though. He had to go for the multi-kill.
No, but 1v3. Lovely flick onto Snax, but Acor thankfully is holding the line. And GamerLegion will stay up for a little while longer. The gap is still 2 for VP when you're on the 11, of course. Maybe the opponent always feels like they have a chance, especially in MR12. But yeah, I agree on that play from Jame. I don't think he could have possibly played that any better, considering he knew he needed at least 2.
Great work coming through from GamerLegion, taking initiative across the board, forcing fights in towards middle, getting a good amount of control in towards ramp. And they live to fight for another round. I mean, a lot of money mustered up for Virtus.pro with the 4 rounds they won in a row, so comfortably able to afford an investment here. Is that a double AWP? No, it looked like it was just being juggled around or one was sold. Either way. Barely see the double AWP set up in CS2, right?
Yeah. AWPs just feel a hell of a lot different, of course. To quote Art Frost from an interview that he did with me about the AWP, I'm dying because the game broken.
Yeah, I mean, I could understand.
When you take damage, right, and it gives you inaccuracy.
Fair enough.
The thing he was talking about.
Woxic probably echoing a similar sentiment.
Perhaps.
I think Anubis CT side is one half where the double AWP setup could still be viable.
We'll see for the rest of this tournament. I think it's going to evolve. Everything evolves in CS. Not just maps, but meta. Not just weapons, but meta. Jame has to react quickly for that one. So he gets the intel.
Must-win round here for GamerLegion. If they lose this, it's almost back into eco territory, and it's going to be 12-6, so it means they'll have to force buy to try and deny Virtus.pro cleaning out the match. So much in the balance right now. GamerLegion just fighting to see the light of Overpass. That's really the reward right now, man.
Yeah, and it's an overpass that might not necessarily look too hot for them either. Just the reality of the situation for GamerLegion, unfortunately.
They have been able to get some decent control here in the round. They've forced VP back into the A bomb site. They know that Virtus.pro don't have any information in that regard. Kios was in towards middle. He forced Jane backwards. So I really like the way GamerLegion are approaching this. Just depriving the CT side of information and then grouping up and preparing for the exec.
40 seconds though, and it looks like B is the choice. B going into Fame. repositioned toward the corner of white box. There's a nice off angle to take, especially if you've got flash support from teammates, but not sure he has that right now. Be calling it right now, that's for sure, and he'll use his entire clip. Kios takes advantage of it. GamerLegion have deep control. VP just not ready for that deep control. Kios uses his W key, and it probably gives GamerLegion a 7th.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no way back into this round here for Virtus.pro. I'm surprised that Norbert even headed in the direction of that B bomb side. Uncharacteristic of Virtus.pro. They went for a massive gamble stack over on that A bomb site. No information at all. They had to roll the dice. They bet on red, and it lands on black.
Yeah, unfortunately for them. One of your sayings that I've heard a lot over the years.
Yeah.
I like it.
Pull it out the pocket every now and again.
People will save all three, and of course with Mir on 2,900 and Fame on 2,550, Fame's going to have enough money with the loss bonus to buy up. Mir will have enough money to drop Norbert, so that's the save as we hoped.
GamerLegion just looking to save the game right now. Wonderfully worked round coming through from them, showing that they've still got their composure as well. Can they keep it up is the question, Trav, against the monolith that is Virtus.pro.
Yeah, GamerLegion, when you watch them play, and I have obviously seen them play a lot, even with this team, I mean, other tournaments, and watching them in this tournament too, they kind of reek of a team that you can tell are trying really hard to make it work, but they just don't have the pieces that they truly need to push back to that next level again. I mean, that's to be expected, but just something missing, something small missing that I'm maybe not smart enough to pick out what exactly it is.
The star player? Yeah, there we go.
Maybe that star player.
Oh my
nice
god!
Peek from Jame, and that removes Acor as well. He was holding the line on that position. Jame, is he about to put his foot down?
Okay.
Snax picks up the AWP and gives him some back. There we go.
Yeah, wonderful. Getting a taste of his own medicine. Flit's not going to expect this player as close as he is right now, but that doesn't matter. The adjustment still comes through anyway. Man advantage now for Virtus.pro. Mir looks to further that, but he's taken a lot of damage in the process, and Flit basically finds himself at home. But this time, it's being considered.
This time, finally, GamerLegion clock onto it, and Kios removes him. Flit, so much damage done from that position, finally removed. Now, Kios is once again up quite far here on A. And he'll hear this rotation, and surely he's got a free kill. Oh my goodness, how has Norbert got away with that? Kios, that is one he's not going to want to watch back later. Thankfully, he was just a faker and just selling the ruse. 11-7 for VP. 3v2 on the retake. Snax and Isak have to hold this.
Oh, are they going to be able to? Isak has to do it all right now. 1 versus 3 turn, 1v2. He's in a pretty good position, and there's no kits in play here for Virtus.pro either. Isak good for the second, but the trade comes through straight afterwards, and Virtus.pro get themselves to map and series point.
And playoff point as well. GamerLegion finding themselves on the edge of elimination. Great retake. Unfortunately, you have to look at Kios and say, if he gets that one kill, it actually changes just everything.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So close, yet so far, Trav. Now they need 5 in a row to get themselves across the line. 5 in a row to force overtime. Now it's not even about overpass. Now it's just about overtime. And I reckon they're in overdrive. And it's about to be game over.
It's the first G of the GG has been typed, I think.
Yeah, seems that way. At least they've got money to reinvest here, right?
Yeah. Kios will be looking back at that one and just saying, oh, it's just so frustrating. I have the drop on him, and as soon as he rounds the corner to check double stack properly, that's when Norbert edges slightly more into the cubby, which means his head isn't exposed as much.
It still feels so brutal. Like, that's supposed to be Kios's frag every single day of the week.
Absolutely right.
12-7.
And that can be the problem for GamerLegion. What we've seen so many times for them in the past, unfortunately, is that some of these players, the killer instinct for that extra kill that can change something in the mid-game is just not there.
Yeah.
That calmness that we see so much from VP, it's the difference between the two. Sure, GamerLegion have had some ridiculous rounds on that first map. You should have seen, I mean, if you weren't there for those opening 3, or the last 3, sorry, on the first half of Ancient, they were unreal.
Yeah, I mean, look at Norbert again, though. 17 and 11, Jame 15 and 9. It's still their 2 kingpins who are doing all the damage and heavy lifting right now for Virtus.pro, not showing signs of slowing down anytime soon. Is this going to be the final nail in the coffin, or do GamerLegion still have it in them to continue to fight here, Trav?
I hope we get more rounds for GamerLegion's sake, but VP are edging ever closer. Bit of molly damage to Fame. isak. Oh, and that nade will follow up as well. Fame will take a sensible pill and get out of there for a moment.
Oh man, look at the aggression coming through here. The timing couldn't be better. Kios just peeked back in that direction. He saw nobody there as well. A false sense of security now. As Virtus.pro start to close the door in on GamerLegion, this window of opportunity is going to close shut on the A-bomb site. They need to move now, and they are.
Game holding the line above that smoke. Maybe that boost up on the white box I mentioned could be a possibility. You saw Tyloo get burnt by that one earlier. Drop down for now. It might be a 5v5 retake here. Kios though tagged down and they're planting in that risky corner which can be spammed down through those smokes, and Snax is so stuck. Reload has to come in for one of VP and he's still deciding to hold the line. I respect it, but Norbert hits another big swing. Acor took Jame in the meantime, so 4v4 and a massive retake needed.
There's no way, right? He doesn't just stick this defuse in the smoke right now. He's the only player with the kit in play. This can't be how GamerLegion's run ends. Thankfully, they're able to deny the defuse, but there's still 3 players to deal with. Acor's missed a key shot. It's only isak and Acor left remaining. Isak's position has now been made known. Desperately spraying in the smoke. I think he's done enough, and yes, GamerLegion live to fight for another round.
Oh my goodness. What ridiculous scoreline would we have had for VP in this BO3 if GamerLegion hadn't won these ridiculously close rounds? Oh, how do they keep getting away with it?
That's the problem though, Travis. It's just not sustainable. It's why GamerLegion, sure, they're able to win around here or there, but you can't consistently rely on that to keep yourself in a game. Somehow though, as you say, they've done it again. Walter White will be proud.
And isak there in the end just delighted to have had a player running at him who's 1 HP. Mid-spray, 1 bullet connects and it's all that's required. 12-8, okay, that could turn into 12-9. Pistols for VP. Jame on, well, I assume has to be a hero AWP. Yes, it is. Did they save one?
Yeah, I think they did.
Did they save one?
I think they did, yeah. So much chaos there.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice.
Did he manage to save on the edge of the bomb site, I believe, on the corner of the building, I would assume.
Either way, there's still quite a heavy investment in this round for VP to make sure they get Kevlar. Lose this, 12-9, Eco 12-10. GamerLegion at that point really in contention for overtime, but they can't look that far ahead. It has to be focused on the round at hand right now.
Bolt, ooh, okay. He stands his ground for 1, but 3v3 and now Mir's got an AK. You'd expect VP to probably save here, and they definitely will now. Okay, James is still holding toward Con. isak comes in from behind unexpectedly, and Snax is about to meet Mir, pushing toward him. Flit thankfully reacts. His job now definitely is to save. Whether he can get to elevators and grab the Jame AWP is another matter.
Nah,
Isaac's found it, I think.
Exactly, yeah. Isaac's already just thrown it off the edge of the map.
There he goes. Someone on the road below is going to get a nasty bonk.
Yeah, hopefully not, mate. I think that would be quite painful. It's like one of those cartoons, just like an AWP out of nowhere drops in front of you.
What doing?
All right, well, GamerLegion are doing everything in their power right now to delay what feels like is inevitable. However, that is not going to be what they're believing.
I think it might be a day late and a dollar short, my friend.
Does feel that way, but they need to believe. They need to keep the faith.
Ash certainly did beforehand. I don't think anyone really on our talent team really agreed with the fact that Vertigo could be one they could fight for and really put their foot down on, but they at least are making the scoreline competitive.
I mean, there's been a few shots fired, right? Bogdan in his interview said, yeah, we didn't really see them as the favorites coming into us. We back ourselves. Ash even said, yeah, we lost the first map, but we still reckon we can get across the line on Vertigo and Overpass. So confidence has certainly been there in heaps, but they haven't really matched that in the server so far.
So the money for VP, of course, after that pretty significant investment, it's once again in a weird situ, which is why we're getting a little bit of a pause coming in. There is what we are playing for. ESL Challenger Jönköping trophy, and of course, a spot in Pro League.
Yeah, and 100k as well, you know.
Not bad.
By the way, throw that on top. All right, GamerLegion. This is not the round to slip up. The hero AK on Flit really the only obstacle in this round. I'd like to see him try use his teammates here as bait, try and cast them in the deep end and see if he can do anything off the back of their lives being lost. Yeah, just, all right. That's one way to try and be the bait, I suppose. Knife out.
Okay.
Is that a rush of blood to the head, maybe?
I'm a bit dumbfounded on that one.
Yeah, speechless.
Fame says, get this round done with. I want guns to finish off this series. Yeah, didn't even bait in Flit at all. So, yeah. Weird one. Snax has a lot of control in mid, and James has no idea of that. Snax should get a couple of kills maybe in the side here. There's one. Obviously, there's no quick trade from Mir, unfortunately. He couldn't peek on a timing. Snax needs to be careful. Doesn't want to give up an AK. He will to Mir as he comes in to help out, of course, as well. Thankfully, Isaac is still toward that heaven area in the zigzag connector. And Flit is having nothing to do with this, of course, wanting that AK for the possibility at closing out this game and series.
Keep in mind, there's really only one gun round between GamerLegion and Overtime right now, and it's going to be that round after this because 12-10 the scoreline here. Gun round for VP. If GamerLegion can win that 12-11, not much money for the CT side at that point. Norbert's hoping he could catch somebody, but he's caught looking the wrong way, and Flit's actually gone down as well, so no AK to be carried through. Enough money for Mir to drop a sniper across to Jame, but I don't know, man. I'm feeling the Overtime magic right now, Trav. Not too far away from Christmas. Christmas miracle. Can I claim that one yet? A month out? Maybe not. Bit of a stretch.
I mean, 1 month. I mean, all the Christmas adverts have started. Why not?
Yeah, it's true. They've got the Christmas trees up in the shops, the Christmas music.
They start them all in October at this rate.
That's true. End of Halloween, you start the Christmas celebrations.
You flip the switch.
Seems like GamerLegion have flipped a bit of a switch here.
I think they've got something to be proud of course. I mean, they are playing a team which are current kings of ESL Challenger. Can they keep themselves alive a little bit further? Fame's got a lot on his plate ahead of him. There's a smoke that's going to help him out beautifully for that first, though. Norbert finds two. It's looking like it's the end for GamerLegion. It's Acor and Snax. Spam through the corner of white box there on the sandbags. Almost deals with Norbert, but surely this is too far for GamerLegion.
They've changed up the approach. They go for something different here. The defaults were working so well for them. They tried to go for a direct approach, and it all falls apart. It's now on Snax and Acor to try to recover the situation. They will at least get a bomb plant, but how on earth do they navigate this post plant?
Only one flash for Snax. Somehow, one of these two has to take initiative. Oh, what a spray down from Snax. Are we rolling back the years? 2v3, he finds a third as well. Jame will find it. Now it's all down to Acor versus Jame. AWP v AWP, but this time, Acor's got a rifle. Jame's going to give up that AWP. Going to go to the M4 instead, and he'll win it out. VP, playoffs again in ESL Challenger. GamerLegion eliminated.
All right, well, that is a great result for Virtus.pro. They get across the line. It looked like they were stumbling a little bit towards the end there, but they do win the round.